What's up YouTube, this is GroudonEmpire and I am back for another episode of my Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Rating Battle Spot Singles Laddering Series, and today I'm going to be doing another ORAS Mega Altaria. So this team is going to be based on Mega Altaria. And for you guys who are new to the channel, so far I have covered every single new ORAS Mega with a team tailored towards them, a competitive team tailored towards them, trying to actually utilize them, but at the same time not compromising wins as much as possible. And for some megas that worked out really well, for others not so well, and for others that worked out absolutely terribly. However, if you are interested, definitely check out the link in the description, because a lot of these teams are actually really nice. They're not amazing, but they are good nonetheless, so definitely check those out if you're interested in seeing these different Mega Evolution teams. I'm not going to be covering Mega Latios, Latias, and Mega Salamence unless there's like some serious demand. Like if I see like 100 likes on videos, then, you know, or 50 likes or something, then, you know, maybe I'll take the time to do those guys. But if there's nothing like that, then I'm not going to go crazy and do Mega Salamence or Mega any of the Latios or Latias yet, because that's just, I don't want to do that. So I covered every other Mega in ORAS if you're interested. Mega Lopunny is left and Mega Altaria is left. Now today I'm going to be uploading 3 videos, part 1, part 2, and part 3, for a minimum of 6 battles using this Mega Altaria team, and then I'm going to be left with only Mega Lopunny, which I have saved for last, because I feel like Mega Lopunny is actually really good, and I feel like my team for Mega Lopunny is actually up there. So that's why I saved it for last. I might be wrong with what I'm thinking, but maybe it's good. Now, the way I do these is in part 1 I have a little team summary, and then usually I have 1 game, sometimes 2. So if you're interested in my background behind this team, then stay for a bit right now. If you're not interested, just skip on ahead until I actually start battling. And part 2 and part 3 will have the rest of the battles for a minimum of 6. And without further ado, let's get right into this team summary. So this is a Mega Altaria team, as I told you guys. Mega Altaria has an amazing typing. Dragon Fairy, absolutely amazing typing. And I feel like Mega Altaria is going to be really good if you can make a team well around it. Not like super amazing, but definitely a good Pokemon nonetheless, because it is a fairy type that has access to special movesets, Cotton Guard, Roost, Refresh, and Toxic and stuff, and it also has Dragon Dance, and it has overall stats that are just very evenly balanced out at 110 each, I believe, and that's just really good. So Mega Altaria can do anything, and it has amazing Dragon Fairy, very exclusive typing. I'm running the Dragon Dance set because I feel like that's the best set for a Battle Spot single, because if you get a chance to set up, you have your Pixelate returns, you have your Earthquakes to kill off those steel fires, those steel electrics, and just generally, you know, steel types. And then afterwards, like for the Pokemon that are not weak to Earthquake, that are steel type, you have Magnezone. So that's where Magnezone comes into this team. I have my Magnezone here. Oh yes, my last move on Mega Altaria is Roost, because I am bulky, so, you know, versus Mega Charizards, I can just Roost up versus them and do damage, and Roost up versus them, stall out the Sun versus Charizard Y. It's really awesome. And versus Blaziken can just give itself recoil, so I don't really have to worry. So really Mega Altaria's typing is amazing. But yeah, when it comes to Steel and Pokemon like Ferrothorn and Scizor, I have my own Magnezone to trap them and deal with them really nicely. When it comes to things like Venusaur, I have Hidden Power Fire on this. It's Choice Specs, by the way. Also Mawile. I can also deal with Mawile. And Klefki. Oh my goodness, Klefki is annoying. But also another thing is dealing with Aegislash, Cresselia, other fairy types. So Magnezone definitely does that as well. It can deal with Aegislash, Sylveon. As long as the Aegislash doesn't have Sacred Sword or something like that, it can deal with the Aegislash. It can deal with the Sylveon, Cresselia, Venusaur if it doesn't have Sleep Powder and or Earthquake. So that's actually really good. Honestly speaking, I felt like Volcarona would have been better because it can deal with those. It can deal with Scizor, it can deal with Ferrothorn, it can deal sorta with Klefki, and then it can also deal with Aegislash, Venusaur, and all them other problems too. But then I felt like if I use Volcarona, I'm going to have troubles in that I have Rock weakness, I have like a serious Talonflame Brave Bird weakness, and I just felt like Volcarona, I don't want to use Volcarona yet, and I tested this team a little bit actually in game, so I don't want to use Volcarona. I'm gonna rock with Mana Zone and see what happens. Sometimes I really wish I did have Volcarona, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in the future. If you guys want to actually use Volcarona, the Volcarona I used for Mega Gallade over this Mana Zone, feel free to use that. By the way, Mega Gallade was the last Mega I covered. Again, if you're interested in that stuff, playlist is in the description. Anyway, next Pokemon on this team. As I told you, there's a Talonflame weakness I have. Talonflame weakness, Brave Bird. Banded Brave Birds will annihilate me for days. And that's troublesome. That's very troublesome. And Pokemon with Earthquake and Ice Punch are also trouble, or Ice-type moves. So Mamoswine, things like that. Freeze-Dry Mamoswine is a serious problem to my team, but you know what? I do have Greninja for that. I have Revenge Killing for that. But yeah, Quagsire is my physical Pokemon for this, physical defensive Pokemon on my team to deal. It can burn Pokemon, like it can burn the likes of Cresselia that don't have Toxic. I can stall them out with the burn, or I can just switch out into Mana Zone and then destroy it. I can kill off Aegislash with Earthquakes. If they're not subtoxic, I can take a lot of physical attacks just really nicely, and with Rocky Helmet, a lot of physical contact attackers can get Rocky Helmet stalled and kill themselves, like Kangaskhan. I have Ice Beam for dragons such as Salamence and Garchomp, and it's a really good Pokemon. However, it's not the bulkiest, it's not the bulkiest to take on the most offensive of physical threats out there, and on the special side it's very weak. So those are big problems, especially Scarf Hydreigon, which gives my team a lot of trouble. But so far I've been able to play around it, so I'm not too bad, but Scarf Hydreigon is a lot of trouble for the team as at the moment as a Sleep Powder Venusaur. Next Pokemon, Garchomp for the rocks. Breloom is a serious issue. If I get rocks up, then Altaria is fast enough to outspeed Breloom and kill it with a Pixelate return, so I need Garchomp. And also Garchomp's a good overall Pokemon, though I haven't used it a single game so far, so take of that as you will. I played 4 games off screen to test just to see if the team is actually okay or not, and it did well. I don't know if it won. Yeah, it did well. There was some hacks involved, so I don't know how well, but it's definitely decent enough to perform. And then I have my Greninja Expert Belt, so I don't take Life Orb Recoil, and also for that added damage on super effective hits, which is what Coverage Pokemon does. And no Focus Sash, because again I need that extra damage from the Expert Belt, but I cannot afford to be Life Orb Recoiled with the Life Orb. So I have Grass Knot, Dark Pulse, a Gunk Shot for them Fairies, Grass Knot for Quagsires and Swamperts and stuff, and Ice Beam because that's like the best offensive type in the game. So that's amazing. Dark Pulse is for Cresselia's, and it's also for Aegislash. I can just Dark Pulse him eventually and win, you know. And then the last but not least is my own Scarf Hydreigon with the Focus Blast as a Revenge Killer for Dragon Dance Tyranitar, which gives my team trouble. Though Focus Blast is still inaccurate, it can come in handy. So it might be inaccurate, but it can come in handy. You know, if Dragon Dance Tyranitar, Mega Tyranitar can tear things up with Stone Edge, I'm pretty sure eventually it can come down to a Focus Blast. And then I have Draco because, come on, yo, Draco, come on. And then I have Flamethrower because it's accurate Fire-type move, and it kills off Whimsicott, which is, wow, and it does massive damage to the other Pokemon that are weak to fires, so why should I worry too much about running Fire Blast? Because I already, you know, and plus, if I want to run Specs, I don't even need to run Fire Blast. So whenever I want to run Specs on this Hydreigon, I run the same set. So I'm not going to change the set. I PP maxed, it's PP max. So I'm not going to change Fire Blast for Flamethrower just because I'm changing from Specs to Scarf. Though for Scarf, I would prefer Fire Blast, but whatever, Flamethrower is great. Accuracy is always nice. And then the last move is Dark Pulse because Stab, Dark Pulse, sometimes you can just flinch your way to wins, but regardless, it's still Stab, Dark Pulse, and it's just powerful, a lot more powerful than Greninja's. Even though Greninja has an Expert Belt, I believe it's still stronger. But anyway, with all that out of the way, let's get going. I'm going to press the challenge button, and we're gonna look for our first game. So as you can tell, with this team so far, I have peaked up at 17-19 in ORAS, and while I would like to say that, oh, okay, so Mega Pidgeot broke 1700, that's a good team. Mega Sceptile could have broken 1700, that's a good team. Or probably did, I don't remember. Mega Gallade could have. But you know what? I'm not going to pass judgments like that. I'm not going to pass judgments like that. The team did well. If it's doing well and I feel comfortable and reliable with my winning, then it's good. And I do feel like that for most of my teams. Some of them I've said if they're not good or not, but most of them they're definitely good. So I'm going to leave it at there. You know, you play 50 games, you're going to end up feeling the team and you're going to end up doing well. Anyway, so we're going to get right into this opponent team. They have a Gengar, most likely Mega Gengar. I see a Porygon too. I don't like this team at all now. But they also have Mawile and Gyarados, so now I'm thinking that they actually have a Mega Mawile and a Mega Gyarados. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to set up rocks, because I want rocks, I seriously do. I have Hydreigon just in case that Gengar is Scarf. Also, I can Flamethrower the Mawile, and I can Draco the, what's that thing? The Garchomp. So that's actually nice. I like Hydreigon a lot because of that. And for that Mawile, I need to resist, okay? Quagsire is not good because it's going to get 2-hit KO'd by Play Rough. It's that physically powerful. Mawile is that freaking powerful. I want Magnezone because I resist Play Rough and Iron Head. Sucker Punch will do a number, but I do trap it so I can kill it off. Also, well, see, Gyarados would be a serious problem. It really would. But I mean, Magnezone can also, it's Specs, so it can take on the Porygon too. So really, the Dragonite and the Gyarados are going to be giving me trouble. But I'm going to still rock the Magnezone. I mean, I feel like Altaria would do me good. Because, you know what? I might just rock... I canceled the Magnezone. I was thinking of using Altaria, but it's whatever. Magnezone is still a good Pokemon for this matchup, I believe, as long as I play it well. So yeah, this team, while it's at 17-19, I honestly don't feel as comfortable using this team as, say, Mega Gallade or Mega Sceptile, for example, you know? Or even Mega Metagross. I don't feel as comfortable. So take of that as you will. My opponent has download. They downloaded the special attack, and now I'm in trouble. I did bring Magnezone, so that's excellent. That really, really is. I don't know what my opponent's gonna do right now, but I could do massive damage to anything he wants to switch into. And Foul Play's not gonna do anything to me. I'm immune to Thunder Wave and Toxic. I have Specs boosted Flash Cannons to fire off at anything on my opponent's team, except for the Rotom Heat. You know what? It's fine. Is it truly fine? Let's analyze something here. Okay, so my opponent had a Porygon 2. They had a Dragonite. They had a Gyarados. They had a Mawile. They had a Gengar, and they had a... Okay, alright, I see. I feel like it would be my best interest to use Thunderbolt rather than Flash Cannon, because he might go into the Rotom Heat, and I want to do as much damage as possible. Plus, it's only 1 time resisted and not 2 times resisted. But he doesn't have the Rotom Heat, so now I have to deal with this. He does have the hidden power Fire, and he kills me with the hidden... He gets a crit, and it's also super effective. So that's troublesome. That is extremely troublesome. And Hydreigon, I don't think Hydreigon can come through. I don't think Hydreigon can come through at all. He's download boosted, so if I had Mega Altaria, I would still be in trouble. Should I Dark Pulse to death or Focus Blast? I think Focus Blast is my best move, so I am going to go for a Focus Blast. Hopefully it kills. He got a crit, so I can get a crit back too, right? Well, I don't need a crit to kill it, so I guess it's alright. Okay, so now I'm in trouble because I have Double Dragon, but I mean, if my opponent has Okay, alright, I see what's cracking here. I can just keep on using Focus Blasts personally because I resist anything he wants to do. Unless he wants to use Will-O-Wisp or whatever else. I have to rely on the Focus Blast. I don't want to eat a Hidden Power Ice on my other dragon. I know it's a low chance, but I have to do it. And it's a 2-hit KO, so that's nice. And if I'm choice locked into, if I'm choice Specs, oh, I'm choice Scarf. All right. Okay. That's. I'm just gonna drop a Draco now because I can do that. And what's stopping me? Okay, what's on my opponent's team? Let's look again. They had a Gyarados. They had a, what else did they have? They had a Gyarados, they had a Dragonite, they had a Mawile, they had a, I'm just gonna use Focus Blast again because I don't, cause yeah, he might have like a Mawile. I don't know what he has. What is this, Mawile? Oh, Gengar. Alright, I see. Okay, I win this game then. Alright, okay. So I win this game as long as this Gengar. So I switch out right now so I don't get Shadow Tagged. And a Scarf Dark Pulse takes care of the Gengar. So I'm in good shape. If my opponent was Specs and I did not go for a Dark Pulse, I would have been in trouble. I forgot everything. This is the one Pokemon I had to remember and I forgot all about it. If I remembered this Pokemon, I would have used Dark Pulse. I legit would have used Dark Pulse. I was remembering, I was like, okay, he has a Dragonite, he has a Mawile, he has a Gyarados. If I lock myself into a Focus Blast, Mawile is going to be neutral, and if it misses, it's not good. If he comes with the Dragonite, he's going to resist. If he comes with a Gyarados, he's going to resist, and he's not going to Mega Evolve, and I'll be in trouble. So that's what I was thinking, and I forgot that he has a Gengar. So I thought of those three Pokemon. I forgot about the Gengar. So if I remember the Gengar, I would use Dark Pulse because I knew I could have just revenge killed the Mawile. Or at least I would have thought. I would have been in trouble. Actually, no. I would have probably went into like Flamethrower. I don't know. Dark Pulse? I don't know. I don't know what I would have done. This is crazy. No. I could. No. Yeah, I would have lost maybe. But it's all right. It's all good. It's all good. Because now I'm going to be Choice Scarf from the Dark Pulse and I end up winning this game. And that is all good. I'm completely fine with that. Completely fine with that. I can use Earthquake, but I'm not going to. I'm going to be Outrage. He might switch out. I don't know. He's not going to. He's going to do the safe play. Use the Shadow Ball. Oh my goodness. I apologize for everybody's ears who just got bursted right now. Sometimes I hit the mic with my stylus. I apologize. And if I sound like I'm sleeping or if I'm like broken voiced, don't worry about that. I just woke up or whatever. That's why it's, well, a while ago and I didn't do anything yet. So that's why I sound like this. Hopefully Dark Pulse destroys it. If it doesn't, then I lose this game because he's going to Destiny not. he's going to Destiny Bond me and I'm not going to be in good shape. We do land the super effective Dark Pulse, Stab Dark Pulse, Modest Natured, and it takes down the Mega Gengar, and now I can just Dark Pulse and destroy this Rotom Heat. So we win the game, and all the last couple of games that I have been playing, I've ended up winning the games by like some, wow, that, okay, it didn't kill. I was about to say, wow, that thing killed? Can't kill. I mean, it can because, oh wow, why did I even use Focus Blast when, oh, I'm so stupid. This game could have been done like 5 minutes ago. Dark Pulse and Focus Blast do the same damage if it's not super effective. I could have legit just used Dark Pulse. Whatever, guys, I'm sorry that you had to see this. I'm sure a lot of you guys were screaming, why the hell? Well, not a lot of you guys, maybe some of you guys. Maybe you were like, okay, Mawile. You know what? That's why I actually used Dark Pulse, because I was fearing the Mawile. But yeah, still, if I used Dark Pulse, it would have been over like 3 minutes ago, or 2 minutes ago. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm only going to do one battle. I'm going to do 2 battles and 3 battles, or something along those lines. Hopefully 2 and 3 and not 1 and 4, because that would be crazy. I would have to do like a special. I would only do one in one episode if it was like super long. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, this video. And I hope you guys check out part 2 and part 3. Don't forget. And if you're interested in other Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire rating battle spot single battles, content, especially different Mega Evolution teams that I've already done, check it out, because I've done everything except for Lopunny so far, and I will be doing Lopunny either tomorrow or later today or sometime or whatever. And I'm going to be doing some XY Megas in the near future, and then I'm going to start doing serious laddering, probably an ongoing Road to 2000 series in the future. So definitely check that out if you're interested in high-level rating battle spot battles, because this is the only channel you're going to find high-level rating battle spot stuff. If you go anywhere else on YouTube, you are not going to see nearly as high-level rating battle spot content when it comes to singles that you're going to find here. This was GroudonEmpire. Peace out.